Evacuations are underway throughout much of Florida, including Broward County. The Democratic Mayor, Sharief, with us now on the phone. Mayor, thank you for taking the time. How are things looking there?
So we're prepared. Things are looking pretty good here. We have mobilized all efforts with FEMA and Red Cross, and Broward County is ready. We're ready to handle this storm and to keep our residents safe.
I read earlier, Mayor, that there were some evacuations or voluntary evacuations in place. Have they widened, and are they now mandatory?
Okay, so as of 12 noon today, those evacuations that we spoke about yesterday became mandatory, and that is everyone that lives east of Federal Highway in low-lying areas that we know that are flood-prone, as well as mobile homes.
What's the reaction you get, Mayor, when you tell people, all right, you have to leave now? You're dealing with a very diverse population, including the elderly. Many of them would resist, I'm sure, leaving. They're concerned about their medications. They're concerned about where they go. What do you do?
So basically, we have offered them transportation to the shelters. We have assured them that as long as they bring what they need with them, their 2 weeks worth of medication, you know, their pillows, their bedding, their water, that type of thing, we can provide the basic need, which is a secure structure to protect them from the storm. These shelters, don't forget, are you know, these are last resort areas. This is where we're just providing a hardened structure to make sure that they're safe from the storm. Once the storm has subsided, we will then work on if their homes are damaged, if they don't have a place to go back, then that's when FEMA and the Red Cross kicks in and we start talking about a more permanent placement structure for them.
We've been hearing reports as well, Mayor, maybe not in your exact county. I just want to be clear, though, and I heard this in Texas when we were covering Harvey when it hit there, about price gouging and some retailers, gas stations taking advantage of that. Not a whole lot, but enough where people say, wait a minute, what's been going on? What's the policy you have with this sort of thing?
So we do have some of that going on right now, and we've urged people to call our number so that we can go ahead and report that up to our state attorney general's office, who's taking those complaints very seriously. Well, you know, price gouging occurs. It's something that we have very little control over during the time that we're going through the hurricane, but we do pursue that after the fact.
Mayor, I can remember with Andrew, 25 years ago, those who had delayed leaving, there were traffic jams, people trying to get out. How are you coordinating that, with your counterparts in other counties, with the governor, et cetera?
So first of all, that's why we issued our our voluntary evacuations first, because we knew they were going to become mandatory at 12 noon today. We urged our residents to get prepared early so that they can get off the street, because we're estimating that there'll be about 1 million cars coming through Broward County to get up north or to get to Broward County from Miami-Dade County, Monroe counties, and the Keys. And so we have done everything that we possibly can to make people understand that our roads are going to be overloaded. There are some areas where there's bumper-to-bumper traffic since last night, and we are just trying to move people as quickly as possible.
All right, Mayor, we appreciate you taking the time. I'm sure you're a very busy mayor at that, so thank you very, very much.
I just want to give one other reminder.
Sure.
We've had lots of calls about people wanting bottled water. We have supplies of bottled water, but tap water is fine. They can use the tap water at their houses, fill up containers, even fill up the bathtub. We need people to understand that there's no need to panic over water. The water in the taps are safe, and we want to let them know that this is a serious storm and that we have not experienced anything like this since Hurricane Andrew, and we're at a Category 5, and we need them to seek protection and shelter.
So you're saying before the storm hits, the tap water is fine. It always gets to be an issue after the storm hits, but for now it's fine, right?
Yes, and so they can fill up containers, they can fill up the bathtub like we've done in the past, and make sure that they have water readily available.
That's a good point.
And, that's what we're suggesting.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Mayor, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.